funny thing about endings. They don't arrive with grand music or flashing signs. No, they creep in, like a whisper you almost didn't hear. Like a shadow sitting in the corner of the room you've ignored for too long. People love beginnings, don't they? Birthdays, weddings, new jobs, new dreams, new chances. But endings? Endings are different. Endings don't care how loud you laugh or how safe you thought you were. Endings don't knock, they kick the door in when you're busy pretending forever exists. You know what's funny about endings? They never knock at your door wearing a signboard saying, "Hello, I'm the end." No grand music, no big warnings, no countdown like a ticking time bomb in some fancy movie. No, life doesn't work that way. It's far more twisted, far more beautifully cruel. The end, it sneaks up like a shadow, like a whisper behind your ear, like a look in the mirror when you least expect it. And it watches you, watches how you laugh, ignoring the signs, watches how you decorate your comfort zone like it's a palace, watches how you convince yourself everything will stay the same forever. But life is not your obedient little pet. No, life is a wild animal waiting to break its leash the moment you stop looking. The signs were always there. You thought those sleepless nights were just bad habits. You thought people walking away was just coincidence. You thought doors closing in your face were some unlucky accident. Life was showing you, screaming at you, but people love to play blind. They love their fake smiles, their comfortable lies. They build castles on sinking sand and wonder why their kingdom disappears overnight. The signs don't come in neon lights. They come in silence. They come in restlessness. They come when your soul feels heavier every morning, but you slap on that mask and keep walking like a good little puppet. And then comes the twist. The moment you least expect, the ground shifts, the call comes, the truth breaks in like a thief in the night, and that's when panic begins. That's when people start screaming, "Why me? Why now? What did I do wrong?" Funny little question, because the truth is, it wasn't sudden at all. The end was writing itself slowly on your walls, in your habits, in your fake friendships, in the fake love stories you forced yourself to believe in. The cracks in the walls weren't decoration, they were warnings. The silence in your room wasn't peace, it was distance. The lost connections, the repeated failures, the dead dreams. They were not curses, they were signs. But people hate change. People would rather break down holding on to a lie than stand up and face the raw, ugly truth. So life gets cruel, life gets sharp, life gets wild. It will take away what you worshipped. It will expose what you were hiding. It will drag out the real version of you kicking and screaming. That's how the end begins, not with violence. No, not always. Sometimes with silence so loud it drowns your thoughts. Sometimes with memories so heavy they crush your chest. Sometimes with losses so brutal you can't breathe. That's the art of endings. That's how the universe clears the stage. You see, endings aren't meant to hurt you, but people turn them into nightmares because they refuse to read the signs. They refuse to let go. They refuse to accept that what once worked is no longer welcome in the new chapter. That relationship you kept fixing, dead. That habit you kept justifying, rotting. That version of you that played it safe, buried. But humans love ghosts. They hold on to the corpse of their past until life rips it away, and then they call life cruel. Oh, the irony. The signs were always there, the dreams that felt distant, the gut feeling you ignored, the voices late at night telling you this isn't it, the friends who suddenly turned strangers, the places that didn't feel like home anymore, the job that drained your soul more than it fed your pockets, the health issues you blamed on stress, but were rooted in your lifestyle. The signs don't lie. The signs don't wait. The signs were the universe's way of saying, prepare yourself, shift, grow, or lose. But people laugh. They laugh at warnings until the storm hits, and when the storm hits, nobody stays the same. Nobody walks out untouched. The end doesn't care about your excuses. It cares about your transformation. It cares about your awakening. The end is not the villain. The end is the beginning, dressed in sharp clothes. The end is life clapping its hands, saying, wake up! Your old life is over. The signs were always there. But were you ever really looking? Oh, you want to talk about being prepared, huh? What a joke. I mean, honestly, isn't it hilarious? The idea of being ready for what's coming? People spend their whole lives thinking they can outsmart the inevitable, like they can trick time, bend it to their will. But time's the greatest trickster of them all, isn't it? It doesn't care about your plans, your perfect little blueprint for success, or your 5-year goals that you just know are going to work out. No, time's got a little secret, and it's laughing. It's laughing because it knows you're never ready. And that's the beauty of it. You can prepare, you can calculate, you can try to predict every move, but life just loves to slap you in the face and remind you that your plans mean nothing. Now, let's take a little stroll down this chaotic lane, yeah? Let's talk about those people. Those people who think they've got everything figured out. The ones who play it safe, who live by the book, who follow the rules. Oh, those sweet little souls. They think they've cracked the code, don't they? They put on their shiny little shoes, march in a straight line, convinced that the world's gonna hand them everything they want. They think, I'm on the right path, I'm prepared for everything. But that's where they fail. You see, the moment you believe you're ready, that's the moment life decides to throw a curveball, a fast one. And you're standing there, clueless, like a deer caught in headlights. You're not prepared for the chaos, the mess, the unpredictability. You're not ready for the randomness. You're not ready for the storm that's coming your way. But here's the thing about storms. They don't care if you're ready. They don't care if you've checked every box on your to-do list or if you've got a plan B, C, and D ready to go. No. Storms come and they'll rip everything apart, and then they just leave, like nothing ever happened. But you'll still be standing there, picking up the pieces, trying to figure out where you went wrong. You'll be scrambling to find your footing in a world that's changed without your permission. So tell me again how prepared you are, because once that storm hits, your pretty little bubble of comfort is going to burst. And you're going to have to pick up the pieces of a life you thought was neatly wrapped up in a bow. Now let's talk about the ones who aren't prepared. The ones who are blindsided by everything, the ones who never saw the punches coming. Those are the ones who really get the joke, aren't they? They're the ones who get hit with reality's cold slap. They didn't even see the signs, the warnings that were flashing all around them. They were too busy living in their little dream world, thinking things would just work out. But when life comes crashing down, oh, it's a whole different story. You see, they weren't ready. because they were too busy clinging to this illusion of control, this delusion that they could navigate life with a map that didn't even exist. And let's not forget the worst part of it all, the regret. Oh, sweet, sweet regret. The one thing that keeps you up at night, gnawing at your soul, telling you that you could have done better, that you should have been more prepared. But what good does regret do you when the storm's already passed? None, absolutely none. It's too late to change anything. It's too late to go back and rewrite the story, so you're left standing in the ruins, wondering how you could have possibly missed the signs, you know, those little hints that told you everything was about to fall apart. Those times you ignored the warning bells, convinced yourself it would be fine, that you could handle it, but now you have nothing left but a pile of ashes and the cruel memory of your mistakes. But here's the kicker. Everyone's looking for stability, aren't they? Everyone wants to feel like they have it all under control, like they're invincible, immune to failure. But the truth is, stability's a joke. It's a fleeting illusion. It's that moment of calm before the chaos strikes. People think if they work hard enough, if they plan enough, if they strategize enough, they can control their fate. But life doesn't care about your spreadsheets. Life doesn't care about your to-do lists. It doesn't care about your 5-year plans or your contingency options. Life laughs at your stability and then knocks your house of cards down in a single gust of wind. The real question isn't how do I prepare, it's how do I survive when the unexpected comes? Because that's what's real. That's what's coming. You can try to prepare, but you'll never truly be ready. Life doesn't let you decide the rules. It doesn't care about your plans. You can make all the choices you want. You can build your fortress of safety, but life's coming and it doesn't knock. It just barges in. So what's left when that happens? What do you have when you're not prepared? What do you have when everything is gone and all you can do is stand there, staring at the wreckage? And that's when you finally realize being prepared isn't enough. Never was. And it never will be. Ah, the sweet, sweet sound of control. We all crave it, don't we? We go through life thinking we've got it all figured out, that we've got a tight grip on every little piece, every little detail. I've got this, we say, puffing out our chests, walking down the street like we're kings and queens of our own little kingdoms. But oh, how the world laughs, doesn't it? You think you're in control, but really, you're just one bad decision away from chaos. And what do you do when chaos comes? Oh, you scramble, you panic, you try to patch things up, but the stitches are too loose. The mess is already done. That beautiful illusion you spent years building piece by piece is about to come crashing down, and all you can do is watch it burn. That's the fun part, isn't it? Watching it all go up in flames while you stand there thinking, how did I miss this? How did I not see it coming? You see, the problem is control is an illusion, a joke. It's like a house of cards, perfectly stacked, just waiting for the slightest breeze to knock it all over. It's that perfect, pristine little world you've constructed for yourself where you know exactly what's going to happen next. You got your plans, you've got your schedule, you've got everything in order, but deep down, you know. Don't you? You know you're just one bad choice away from turning your life into a pile of rubble. And you pretend you're not scared. You pretend you're the master of your destiny, but you're really just a puppet, dancing on strings. The universe has already written your story. You're just waiting for the punchline, and when it hits, when that moment comes, you won't even see it coming. One little misstep, one wrong move, and the whole thing unravels. It's like a bad joke, only it's your life. And oh, how life loves a good punchline. It's funny, isn't it? How we spend so much time trying to hold it all together, trying to control the uncontrollable. You wake up every day looking at the world like it's some kind of game, thinking you can outsmart the system, thinking you can make everything work just the way you want. You wear that mask, pretend everything's fine, but underneath you're terrified. You're terrified that one day the mask will slip, and the world will see who you really are. But here's the kicker. The world doesn't need to see who you really are. It already knows. It already knows you're just as flawed as the next person, just as human, and yet here you are trying to control it all, trying to make things perfect, trying to build a life that looks just like the one you see in the movies. But let's be honest, those movies don't show you the full picture. They don't show you the struggles, the heartbreak, the brokenness that comes with trying to control everything. They don't show you the moments when everything falls apart, when you've done everything right and it still all crumbles to dust. And let's not even get started on the fear that if you let go, even just for a second, everything will slip through your fingers. The fear that if you stop controlling, if you stop holding onto the reins, it'll all fall apart. And so you hold on tighter, like it's your last breath. But here's the reality. The more you try to control, the more you suffocate yourself. It's like a straitjacket that you've tied around your own body. And all the while, you're gasping for air, thinking, this is fine, I can handle this. But the truth is, you're choking on your own need to control everything. You're drowning in the very thing that's supposed to keep you afloat. But here's the twist, my friend. What if you stopped trying to control it all? What if you stopped clenching your fists and letting the world spin around you? What if you just let go, just for a minute, and let things happen as they will? What if you let the chaos take over, let the randomness of life sweep you off your feet? Would that be the worst thing? Because here's the thing about chaos. It's honest, it's raw, it doesn't care about your plans or your perfectly curated life. It doesn't give a damn about your to-do lists or your spreadsheets. Chaos is freedom, my friend. Chaos is where life really happens. It's the mess that creates the masterpiece, the cracks that let the light in, the thing that makes you human. So stop pretending that you can control it all. Stop holding on so tightly that you forget to breathe. Stop trying to mold life into something it's not. Life's not a perfect picture, and it's not a story with a neat little bow on top. Life is chaos, and that's what makes it beautiful. You can try to fight it, you can try to control it, but in the end, you'll just end up exhausted, broken, and empty. And then finally, maybe, just maybe, you'll realize you don't need control, you need surrender. You need to let go and let life do what it does best. Because when you let go, that's when the real magic happens. That's when everything falls into place, not because you forced it, but because you allowed it. Ah, control. Isn't it funny how we all think we're masters of it? You wake up, you put on that smile, and you march through your day like you're some kind of superhero, in charge of every little detail, every little moment. But, let's be honest here, how often does that actually go the way you want it? Ah, yes, the illusion of control. It's like that shiny, pretty toy we all crave, but when we finally get our hands on it, we realize it's not as fun as we imagine. It's like grasping for something in the dark. Your fingers close around air, and you end up laughing at how you thought you could hold it all, but don't worry, you tell yourself. I got this. I can handle it. Just keep going. Push harder. And you do. You push harder than you ever have before, trying to stay in the driver's seat, even as the wheel spins wildly out of your control. But here's the dirty little secret they don't want you to know. Control is a game you're not meant to win. It's like a trap, one that pulls you in slowly over time until you think you're untouchable. You think you've got a grip. You think you're the one pulling the strings. But have you ever stopped to wonder, who's pulling your strings? Who's really in charge here? Because when you think you've got control, it's all a show. You're a puppet dancing on invisible strings, pretending you're not being yanked around. Oh, the joke's on you, my friend. You're playing the game, but the game is playing you. Look at how we all do it. We try to control our relationships. We try to control our jobs, our dreams, our futures. Every decision, every thought, meticulously planned out. You write lists, set goals, tie up loose ends. You're the one running the show, right? But how many times has the show turned into a disaster? How many times have you been left standing in the wreckage of your so-called plans, staring at the debris, wondering, what the hell just happened? That's life, isn't it? One big mess that we try to tidy up, but no matter how hard we scrub, the stains just keep coming back. You clean the floor, and the next day it's dirty again. It's exhausting, isn't it? Fighting against a force that's way stronger than you, and yet you keep trying, don't you? You keep pushing, keep fighting to maintain your grip on this illusion of control. It's like you're on a roller coaster, screaming, white-knuckled, hoping that if you just hold on tight enough, you'll make it to the end without falling apart. But guess what? That roller coaster doesn't stop when you scream. It doesn't stop for anyone. It just keeps going up and down, faster and faster, until you can't tell if you're dizzy from the ride or from the terror of thinking you're in charge. You're not in charge. You never were. You know what's worse? The more you try to control, the more you suffocate yourself. You think you're protecting yourself, but you're actually building walls around your own heart. You're hiding behind the mask of control, keeping everyone out, keeping everything in its little box, neat and orderly. But the problem with that is, you're not living, you're surviving. You're just trying to get through the day, making sure nothing disrupts your perfectly curated world. But here's the thing, life doesn't care about your perfect little world. Life doesn't care about your plans, your safety nets, your backup strategies. Life's gonna throw chaos at you, and you know what? You're gonna have to deal with it. And the more you try to control, the more it's going to laugh in your face. Now, don't get me wrong, I know how it feels to want control. You want to know what's coming next. You want to plan for every little thing. You want to avoid the pain, the uncertainty. It's like you think if you control enough, you'll be safe. But here's the thing. Safety is an illusion. You can build the tallest walls. You can fortify your house with iron bars. You can lock up your heart and your mind, but eventually, something will find a way in. And when it does, it's going to be ugly. It's going to shake you to your core, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. So what's the point of pretending you're in control? The more you grip onto that illusion, the tighter you hold, the more it slips away. It's like sand in your fingers. The harder you try to hold it, the faster it falls through. And guess what? You're going to keep chasing it. You're going to keep trying to catch it, but it's never going to be enough. You'll never be able to control it all, and that's the truth. The sooner you accept it, the sooner you'll realize that maybe, just maybe, the secret isn't in controlling everything. Maybe the secret is in letting go. Maybe it's in letting life happen without trying to dictate every little step. Because control is overrated, my friend. It's not the key, it's the trap. Oh, the human mind, it's a funny thing, isn't it? We think we have it all figured out, don't we? We walk around, head high, chest out, convinced that we're in complete control of our thoughts, our beliefs, our emotions. We believe, oh how we believe, that the mind is just a simple tool, something we can mold, shape, direct with a mere thought. But let's take a minute, just a minute, to acknowledge the dirty little secret about that mind of yours. It's not as sharp, not as obedient as you think. You see, it's like a toddler holding a knife. You may think you're in control, but one wrong move and things get messy real quick. You know, we try so hard to control what we think. We push away the bad thoughts, the dark ones that creep in, the ones that make us question everything, make us doubt our purpose, our worth, our future. We shove them down, try to lock them away like some kind of forbidden secret. But guess what? They never really go away, they just fester, bubbling under the surface, like a pressure cooker waiting to explode. The more you try to shut them down, the more they fight to break free. It's funny, really, how we think we can trick our own minds, as if we're not constantly battling an internal war. And let's talk about how we love to control our emotions. Oh yes. We've got this whole idea in our heads, don't we, that if we keep our emotions in check, if we just bottle them up, keep a tight lid on them, then we're in control. But who are we kidding? Emotions aren't something you can control with a tight grip. No. They're like a wild animal trapped in a cage. At first it may seem manageable, but soon enough that thing's going to break free, and when it does, oh, it's going to tear everything apart. You've got this idea that you can suppress the anger, the sadness, the fear, like they're just nuisances, tiny little annoyances that can be shoved under the rug. But the rug gets heavy, doesn't it? And one day it all comes spilling out, emotions uncontrolled, thoughts chaotic. And you're left standing in the mess, thinking, what the hell just happened? But here's the kicker. The more you try to control all of that, the more you lose control. It's a funny thing, isn't it? You're stuck in this endless loop, convinced you're making progress, convinced you've got it all under wraps, when in reality, you're just digging yourself into a deeper hole. You think you're in charge, but you're not. The harder you grip the reins, the more they slip from your hands. The tighter you try to control the chaos, the more it swirls around you, suffocating you. You're not running the show, my friend. The show's running you. But there's something even more comical in all of this. We're told time and time again that we need to be in control. It's ingrained in us from the start. Control your thoughts, control your emotions, control your actions, control your outcomes. It's all about control, right? And yet, nobody ever tells you the most important thing, that control is just an illusion. It's a lie. You can't control everything. You can't control the world around you. You can't control other people, their reactions, their feelings, and you certainly can't control the mess that life throws at you. No matter how hard you try, you can't control it all. The more you try, the more you'll realize this is a game you're destined to lose. The truth is, control isn't where the power lies. Oh no, the real power is in surrender. Yes, surrender. Surrendering to the chaos, to the unpredictability, to the messiness of life. You think that if you just control everything, if you just hold on tight enough, you'll be safe. But in reality, that's when the danger comes. The tighter you hold, the more it suffocates you. The more you try to cage your thoughts, your feelings, the more they fight back, more fierce than ever. It's like you're standing in quicksand, trying to keep everything from sinking, but all the while, you're sinking deeper and deeper. Imagine the freedom, though, when you stop trying to control, when you let the emotions come as they will. Let them swirl, let them break free, let them take you on a ride. When you stop controlling your thoughts and allow them to come and go like the wind, no longer shackled by the need to be perfect, to be neat, to have everything in line. Let the chaos flow, let it move, let it teach you what it needs to teach you. The truth is, you can't fight it, you can't beat it. The more you try, the more it laughs in your face. But when you stop fighting, when you stop trying to control every little thing, that's when you start to breathe. It's not about winning, my friend. It's not about control. It's about learning to dance with the chaos, to live with the unpredictability. That's the real secret, the one they don't want you to know. Because when you finally let go, when you stop clutching at the illusion of control, that's when you start to live.